Cusi wakened to the sound of llama humming. Such a beautiful sound, he thought, even more beautiful than the music the minstrel blew on his pipes of pan. Thinking of the minstrel's music made Cusi remember last night. He had sat in the shelter of the hut with Chuto and listened to the minstrel's songs. Last night the minstrel had sung about the stars. He had sung about the Pleiades and how they guarded the new seeds sleeping in the deep earth. He had sung about Venus, page boy to the sun. He had sung about the Milky Way that was a great river flowing across the heavens. It was here, the minstrel sang, that the great god of the weather dipped his gourd for the water to make it rain. But the best song of all was the one to the group of sister stars called the Orcosilla. Cusi remembered the words. Softly he sang them to the llamas humming. Orcosilla, sister stars, Orcosilla in the night sky. You are the keepers, the keepers, the keepers. You are the keepers of the llama herd. Orcosilla, sister stars, Orcosilla in the night sky. Guard you the llamas, the llamas, the llamas. Guard you the llamas of my herd. The llamas stopped humming. Chuto was coming among them. He was greeting them in the Indian way. He was telling them that the new day was with them, that they must be up to graze the ichu grass. He came to where Cusi lay snug and warm with his black head cradled in Misty's long black hair. "This is a new day for you too, Cusi," Chuto said to the boy. "Today you will come with me to greet the sun." Cusi leaped to his feet, startling Misty with his quick jump. He had wanted many times to go with Chuto into the gray dawn to greet the sunrise. Chuto always before had refused him. He had said, "Not this day. The time has not come." But today it had come. Cusi lost no time in following the old Indian through the flock of resting llamas, across the meadow of ichu grass to the far end of the valley. The morning was cold with the coldness of before dawn. It was gray with the grayness of before dawn. It felt unfriendly because the world had not yet wakened to make it happy with living things. Chuto was a dark shadow moving in the gray shadows. Cusi followed him swiftly, lest he become lost in the earth clouds that billowed around them. When they reached the far side of the meadow, Chuto turned abruptly into a path between two stunted, twisted trees. Cusi had not been here before because he had not thought that the twisted trees were sentinels to a secret trail. At once the path led downward, steeply downward. It turned and curved and circled among the giant boulders of a canyon wall. Cusi was panting now, partly from excitement and a little from fear of the dark shadows and misted forms and the unsure footing of the unfamiliar secret trail. Suddenly his feet felt firm rock beneath them. He knew he was standing on cold rock steps, and then that slowly, carefully, gropingly, he was climbing down, climbing down, climbing down. Suddenly he had reached the bottom. The trail now led through a narrow, deep-walled canyon. A few more steps and they came to the end of the trail. It was brighter now. Cusi looked around, stunned with delight. He and Chuto were standing on a flat table-like rock of pure white marble. Around them was a circle of tiny trees, gnarled and old, and growing huddled together, guarding their secret. Beneath the marble rock lay, quiet and still and dark and deep, a pool of night-black water. There was no sound. There was no movement. No wind blew through the twisted, tangled branches of a tree. No bird chirped its morning prayer. No twig broke beneath the fleet foot of a running fox. No wavelet rippled in the somber pool. Chuto turned to face the eastern sky that arched above the dwarfed treetops. He waited. Cusi waited. The whole world waited. Slowly the gray sky turned silvery blue, then golden yellow, then flaming red. The sun, a giant ball of fire, rose in majesty. Chuto raised his arms and chanted his sunrise call as Indian men have chanted since the world was made and the Inca was born. His words rose skyward, word upon word upon word. The world stayed still to listen. Chuto chanted, "O sun, great father of the Inca who have gone before us, Great Father of the children of the Inca who remain in this thy world, forget us not, though we are few in number. Forget us not, though our ancient greatness is now but a shadow in the memory of man. Forget us not, though our ancient pride is as the dust of the earth blown before the willful wind. O Sun, great Father of the Inca, shine in thy glory upon us in safety. Shine in thy glory upon us in peace. Shine in thy glory upon us in wisdom. Keep our minds clear in thy light. Keep our hearts young in thy warmth. Keep our feet straight in thy path, for we are thy children, O Sun, great Father of the Inca. Chuto finished his chanting. The sun had risen. The old man looked at Cusi. He said, surprisingly enough in his low, sweet, everyday voice, "This is where I found you, Cusi, over there in that half-moon of trees. You were so little, all big black eyes and short, stiff hair standing up like a cap of spiny black feathers." Cusi looked at the spot where Chuto pointed. He would have liked to ask questions. He would have liked to talk about the funny baby sitting in the half-moon tree cluster. Who had put him there? Where had he come from? Suddenly he remembered the Indians he had seen in the valley below. They were a family. Chuto had called them a family when he spoke about them to the minstrel. Long ago, had Cusi come from such a family? Had there been a man-person and a woman-person in his family? Had there been other children? Sharply, Cusi was brought back to the present by Chuto's voice. He was saying, "Come, Cusi, we go back the way we came. There is but one trail here.